Oh, yes. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so great. That's awesome. Hello everybody and welcome back again to virtual reality. We're back again in Tiny Town having ourselves a great old time. So before we get started here, I want to ask you guys if you have any suggestions for things that we should build. If you do, leave them in the comment section down below. For the next episode, we're going to be taking a user suggestion to build, so you might get featured on the channel, which would be pretty cool. But I also just need some cool ideas. It can be literally anything, something from Marvel, like anything you guys got. But today, I think you guys already know what we're making. We're making some awesome Rick and Morty stuff going on. So I figure we'll come back into the city somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. I kind of have this spot picked out. It looks pretty nice. So I think this is the spot that we're going to use right here. Now we're going to have Rick coming out of his portal and he's going to be invading Tiny Town here. Now the way that we're going to do this is for it to really be an invasion, he kind of needs to have an army. So I figure we're going to give him an army of little U-Seeks because we now have the VR headset so we can make that. So I think that that's going to come out really good. Also, I just want to compare. Why are those doors bigger than these? That's not important. Anyways, let's get started here. So the first thing then, the most important thing is we need to find ourselves a Rick. Now he needs to be in a lab coat because he's always in a lab coat no matter what. Now I think there are some doctors in here somewhere. I'm not sure if any of them look like Rick, but we're gonna make them look like Rick. So okay, here we got two doctors right here. Not really the most Rick-like doctors. This one has a shirt sort of like him. I think that one's closer to it, but that one has a badge. So let's see. Maybe you. I don't think. Oh, this looks a little bit more like it. Maybe this guy. Okay, I can see it. Okay, so this one has glasses, so obviously it's not gonna work. So maybe if we can somehow combine the two to have his face and her body, sort of. Oh God, what sort of sick sciences are we getting into now? Oh, okay, well, we're gonna make it happen. These two are gonna get meshed into one sort of Rick here, so I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we'll give it a shot. So for now, let's put these guys off to the side. So we want Rick coming out of his portal right in here. So let's go ahead and get the portal. What we're gonna use for that is we're just gonna go for shapes this time, because this is basically the perfect color. So let's see if we can, all right, hold on, don't do that. Let's just put this right in here, and we need to make it to exactly Rick's size. I'd say about that big. Now normally the portal is also oval shaped, so maybe if I could just elongate it a little bit. Maybe that looks good. Maybe if I make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, and then if we add some other stuff to it so it's not just like that, I think this is gonna come out really good. Okay, I think that looks really good. It also looks a lot like vomit. So, I don't know. I don't know. You know, pick your poison. It either looks good or it doesn't look like vomit. So, we're just going to leave it vomit-ish. Nobody's going to notice. Nobody will notice a thing. All right, so now we need to pose these. So, I think that the way that we're going to need to do this, now, we really just want his head, right? That's all we really want from him. So if we just have her head sort of just like maybe not so much that her hair comes out of her chest, sort of like that, I think that looks good. And then we can use her arms still, because I think that they're going to be a bit better than his are even, so yeah. And then we want him to just sort of do this weird pose where we can just see his head, a bit like that. He doesn't look weird at all. No, not at all. Okay, maybe pull her right about there and then put him right in there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it doesn't look perfect. Yes, that's it. Yeah, if you look from the right angle, you wouldn't even be able to tell that that's not him anymore. We just absolutely nailed that. Okay, so now we have to make it look like Rick, because obviously this looks nothing like Rick right now. We can't just leave it like this. This is so boring. But we do have the perfect material to make it look like Rick. If I can go up, if I can just go up. Okay, I'm going all the way around. Here we go. And here it is. This is the perfect color. It's a perfect little spike, so I think that this is gonna work just right. Now Rick has a whole bunch of these sort of making up his hair. Now we need to totally block out this guy's hair, so let's just get a bunch of these. Oh, check it out. There's our Rick Sanchez. He's starting to come through a little bit now. I can see it. I can see it perfectly. Ah, okay. So we still need to fill in the rest of his hair to make sure he doesn't look weird. But I think he's looking pretty good so far. Don't you guys? I think he's looking great. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love it. So we're going to just shove some of these down because they're a bit too spiky way here in the back. But I think he honestly looks just about perfect right there. Yes. Yes, we have made the great scientist. Ha-ha! I think we kind of nailed this one so far. Now we do have to make his unibrow still, which might be a little bit more difficult than these spikes, but I think we're just gonna go ahead and go with the same stuff. We're just gonna use, oh, I can't do that one, so we're gonna go with the cube then, because it's the only thing that's gonna be exactly the same color here. Now we do need to make it real small, maybe not that small, that's a bit too tiny. Just small enough to match his eyebrows here. There he is. There's our Rick. Oh, he's so perfect. Now, it's going to get even better once we put the Meeseeks in. Obviously, it's going to look a lot more like him then, because you'll be able to distinguish who exactly it is. But I think it's pretty great so far. So one more thing that I want to add before we add in the Meeseeks. What we're going to add is we need to give him his portal gun somehow. So I think this one's going to be a pretty easy one to build out. We're just going to need to find what exactly we want to build it from. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we now have some options to make this thing out of. Now, I don't know if it's going to come out quite perfectly, but I think it's going to come out pretty good. I think we should use this one for it. So we can use this one just by sizing it down sort of like this, then putting it right there, and then we can just duplicate it. Yes, that way we get the same color for it, and then just size it down even more to make a handle for it. And then bada bing, bada boom. That is our gun. Okay, and then we have these little things to sort of put in here as the little green bit that goes on the top. So I'm thinking the corn could look pretty good, because if you turn it to this side and then just stick it right in there, honestly, I don't think we even need to consider these other ones. That one looks so good. So just make sure it's right smack in the middle of that iPod looking thing, and he's got himself a portal gun now. This one would have been cool because it has a little lightning bolt on it, and this one's just a cupcake. So trashing those, trashing that, and trashing that. So there is our Rick himself. Now it is time we add the U-Seeks. So we already have this one sort of planned out. Now I've got several methods we can do this from, but the easiest and best is just to get ourselves a little head right here. Should it be that head or this head? Probably this head. We're gonna go with this head. And we want a bunch of these guys. So let's go ahead and get a whole bunch of them and sort of spread them out. Ah, there we are. So these are gonna be all of our little U-Seeks. Now, they might not look like it right now, but as soon as we take this thing, size it down, and stick it on there, you can start to see it right away. Look at that. Now he is who he's supposed to be. He's so perfect. I love him so much. Okay, so each of these is going to need their own little VR headset, and we're going to want them looking different directions, because they're all just sort of planning their takeover here. So they need to be inspecting the city. Oh, yes. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so great. That's awesome. Oh, look at all of our little U-Seeks. So now we need to give them their little fluff, because everybody knows they have their little fluff on their head. So I think for their fluff, we've got several options, but I think the best thing we can do is just take one of these, and then we're going to make a whole bunch of them. So give me a whole bunch of these, and then we're just going to stick them in his head and sort of fluff them out, just like that. Yeah, that's a nice little bit of fluff you got there, U-Seeks. You're looking very lively. Look at all of our little fluffs. They've all got their little antennas. Oh, I love them so much. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. They're all ready to take over the world. Frankly, they're all probably gonna kill each other because they have a tendency of doing that. But they look cool, at least. Now we just need to find the perfect mouth for them. Now, what does a Yushi's mouth look like? What I'm thinking is maybe we use a taco, because I know there's a taco. Beyond that, I don't even know. So here's our taco. We could put our taco and make them happy, or we can make them upset. Let's see, what does an upset Meeseeks look like? Meeseeks, should you be upset, or should you be very happy? Ooh, it's hard to decide. Let's just flip it. Let's have one happy, one sad, one happy, one sad. Mix it up. There we go. Oh, they're so beautiful. I honestly love them so much. They're so adorable. Now, we could try and give them all hands, but frankly, I don't know if they don't always have hands, so I don't know if we should give them hands. I think we're just gonna leave them without hands, and then we're gonna add some more stuff to this scene to make it a little bit more exciting, because right now, I mean, it's awesome, but it's not exciting. So I think what we need to add in here, because right now it looks so cool, I think we need something right here and right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some space stuff into this. First of all, let's just go ahead and just go to space. Give me some space stuff. I don't want space people, that's no fun. Space terrain, that's boring. So I definitely want like something coming out of the portal with Rick. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be just perfect, look at that. There we go. He's got a freaky antenna thing coming out of the portal with him and the Meeseeks. So he was clearly doing something in space, which made a big mess. Now, what was he doing? Ooh. Oh, this thing is massive. Okay, let's size that down a little bit. Oh, yes. We're gonna throw this thing right here into the wall. Oh, now it's a bit more exciting. Now we have some impending doom. So we definitely want something else coming down with that, because that can't come down on its own. So, I think we just need a quick rocket ship. Maybe this one. Yeah, that one's just gonna be stuck right inside of there. Okay. Yes! It's so perfect. Yeah! Oh man, he's caused some real destruction already. So the last thing that we need to add in here is just something to make it look like this building is actually coming down a bit, because right now it looks too structurally sound. Oh yeah. There it is. Look at it. Look at how beautiful it is. He's really invading. Okay, now we just need one person added to this scene to make it awesome. Here we go. We're gonna just add you in here, and you're gonna be a little bit scared. So you're gonna be running and jumping away from these evil Meeseeks as they try to attack you. So there we go. He's trying to get away from the evil Meeseeks. Oh man, look at that. That's so awesome. Okay, so everybody, I think that's basically our build for today. Again, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section down below. But I had a great time adding Rick to this. If you think Rick's army should be everywhere, let me know, and we can add more Meeseeks all over town, because they're gonna be our little minions, which we can use to craft other great things. So I'm really excited about how this came out, and I hope you guys are as well. That's it for today, though, everybody. Goodbye.